It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. There's a reason rappers can turn any story into a hit track. Just like there's a reason Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm with over 1,000 attorneys and more than 100 offices nationwide. If you've been seriously injured in an accident, your case could be worth millions. But the truth is, a lot of people either don't file at all or get taken advantage of by insurance companies. When you hire Morgan & Morgan, it's like hiring a legal army that has your back. If you're injured because of someone else's negligence, you deserve to be paid. No shortcuts, no lowball offers. In fact, they've secured some major verdicts in the past. For example, in Florida, they got a victim who was in a life-altering car crash, $12 million. 34 times the highest insurance offer. They got another victim in Philadelphia, $26 million. 40 times the highest insurance offer. Not all law firms are created equal. Morgan & Morgan is the biggest for a reason. They will fight for the biggest award possible and have won a lot. So if you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless you win. That's right, no upfront costs. They only get paid if you get paid. You can start your claim now by clicking the link in the description or by scanning the QR code on screen from your phone's camera. Again, if you find yourself injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Don't say I never told you nothing, man. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there going into the evening. In this video, we're going to be talking about SZA and Punch because they've come out and spoken out against the White House, all right? Now, for those that may not be aware of what is going on and why SZA and Punch would have to come out and speak against the White House, is because the White House put out an advertisement or some sort of sizzle reel playing SZA's music or a variation of SZA's music in an ICE ad, right? So they put out this ad called "It's Cuffing Season" or something to that effect, and they were playing the music, and it's basically showing ICE going around to different places, locking people up. Cuffing season, as in it's time to lock niggas up, right? And they didn't take too kindly to that shit at all, okay? And I can definitely understand why they would be mad because, of course, number one, they didn't license the music. They didn't reach out for any sort of release to use the music. And the usage of the music is disgusting, you know what I'm saying? Because it's for something that is violating our rights out here in America. You could feel how you want to feel about immigration and all that type of stuff, but ICE is not just attacking so-called alien immigrants. That's not what's going down. And if you believe that's what's going down, you should look further into it, especially in America where so much of our populace are descendants of immigrants. So even if you were born here, your mama, your daddy was born here, a lot of people come from other places. A lot of people migrated here. That was like the whole point of America, was for this melting pot of a place where people could come and build lives. And now the current regime is trying to reverse a lot of those effects. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and play. I hate to play it, but I got to play it contextually so people understand what's going on. They may not even let me play it, but it is a variation of the music, so we'll see. All right, so here it says, "We heard it's cuffing season. Bad news for criminal illegal aliens. Great news for America." And I also find it especially disgusting that they're using what some would identify as AV or slang from Black Americans, using Black American music while using it as the soundtrack to immigration raids. Strange, but they're rage baiting.
My face gonna get a big boy. I need a big boy. Give me a big boy. It's the season. All the girls are big. Gonna get a big boy. I need a big boy. Give me a big boy.
I find it very interesting that they used a Winnis beat. Shout out to Winnis. Um, you should be doing what you can to get this removed as well, brother. But I know you probably don't even want to go through the trouble. But if you don't know who Winnis is a YouTube producer who recreates a lot of mainstream instrumentals that come out. So when popular songs come out that people really like and love, and like, damn, I want to get on that beat, Winnis will recreate those songs, um, instrumental versions for rappers, singers, etc., to make their own versions. You know, to do their own remix, so to speak. So SZA and Winnis have been violated for this. It still has his tags in it, which shows that they, whoever put this social media thing together, didn't even have the decency to purchase the beat from his fucking YouTube. Got his tags all through that bitch. Cheap ass. And y'all talking about criminal illegal aliens. Y'all out here criminally violating niggas' copyright without buying a nigga shit. Actually, they violating even more. All right. Because the song sampled is Big Boy by Kiki Palmer and SZA. They performed this as a skit for Saturday Night Live. So Kiki's also being violated, SZA's being violated, Saturday Night Live copyrights being violated, and Winnis, who created this beat for YouTube, is being violated all in one fell swoop. This is stuff that people get sued for on a day-to-day basis in the music industry, by the way. If anybody doesn't know, we talk about it quite a bit right here on this channel. So Punch was the first to speak out. And he says, trying to provoke artists to respond in order to help spread propaganda and political agendas is nasty business. Knock it off. And as you can see, that tweet got over 3 million views. He comes back and clarifies, I hope you guys don't think I'm talking about rap or a rap battle. I'm talking about actual, never mind SMH, right? He's talking about the White House. He's talking about real political agendas, real shit going on in the world that are affecting all of us as American citizens. And they out here playing games and making light of the situation. Unrelated, but related at the very same time. I don't know if y'all seen, but Elon Musk came out within the last couple of days as well, talking about no more anti-white propaganda or something like that as well. So it seems that we have some fragile white guys out here that are tired of being blamed or looked down upon for their mediocrity. So now they're trying to band together to run this whole anti-white no anti-white campaign. Okay? So now they're victimizing themselves as well. SZA follows up. She says White House rage baiting artists for free promo is peak dark. Inhumanity and shock and awe tactics, evil and boring. All right? So Punch came out 2 days ago. SZA came out yesterday. And today, here we are. And the White House has actually released a statement in response to them still trolling. This is where we at now. So here we are on Variety, who have also been called out for, let's just say, interesting messaging, um, mainly for their um, messaging surrounding Sinners and not having that film in their top 40 films for this year after coming off of some weird posts earlier in the year. But anyway, we've got White House spokeswoman Abigail Jackson who commented in response. She says, "Thank you, SZA, for drawing even more attention to the tremendous work America's ICE officers are doing by arresting dangerous criminal illegal aliens from American communities," right? So the fact that she even came out and spoke on she spoke on the rage bait and spoke on them trying to use her for promo, as did Punch. And Abigail Jackson from the White House literally says, yes, that's exactly what you did. You drew attention to the fact that we were trying to promote. And your reaction brought us even more attention. Ain't that about a bitch? So now, the American government, they're not shying away from being called out. They're actually relishing in it and using it as a launching pad to do even more devious work. Call us out. It only promotes us and gets our message out even further. The soil we fucking living in. They say SZA joins a growing list of artists who have spoken out against the White House for repurposing their songs for posts. Last week, Sabrina Carpenter slammed Trump's administration for using her hit song Juno in a video montage depicting ICE raids. So here's another one. She says, this video is evil and disgusting. Do not ever involve me or my music to benefit your inhumane agenda, she wrote on social media. Shortly after deleting the initial X post, the White House posted another clip of Carpenter doing an SNL commercial with the audio overdubbed so that it appears to be calling cast member Marcelo Hernandez illegal instead of hot. So now they're damn, I didn't even know about that. Fuck. Wow. So what's going on with the White House and SNL? I think that's a question that needs to be put on the table here, because what the fuck are y'all doing? Are y'all allowing them? Are y'all signing waivers allowing them to use this? Are y'all licensing this material for them? Because it seems to me that they know that they could go to SNL content to get these artists doing different things and using it because SNL is giving them the license to do so. I don't watch SNL, by the way, but viewers of the show should definitely say something, okay? I've never really been a fan, but I don't like that. You know, just reading between the lines, like, okay, y'all used Sabrina Carpenter's song first. She said, don't use my music. So then they use a clip of her on SNL, and they overdub it, calling clearly a Latin person on the show illegal instead of hot. And clearly this person on the show is likely not illegal at all. But of course, the messaging, the propaganda. Then they come out and put out this remix SZA shit with her voice on it, but it's not one of her songs. It's from her appearance on SNL with Keke Palmer. So SNL need to be called the fuck out too, because what are y'all going to do about this? Y'all own the copyrights to this. So either y'all are being complicit and just letting it happen, or y'all are in bed with the situation and literally are licensing it to them. Either or, y'all need to be called out for that shit. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, while we do have artists that are literally calling out the White House and the American government for their bullshit, we have Nicki Minaj, okay, who has been on a pro-Trump, pro-MAGA campaign for the latter half of this year, very strongly. Ever since the fucking MacWap shit, when she tagged the feds and the White House and all that, she's been on a MAGA push. You know what I'm saying? And they've been publicly embracing her. I'll say publicly because I don't think they give two fucks or shits about her in real life, but they're aligning with her in public on social media. So here we're going to get into Vice President J.D. Vance and him coming out and endorsing Nicki, saying it's Nicki Minaj over Cardi B. Okay, so here it says, Nicki Minaj has been more and more vocal about her support of the Donald Trump administration over the last month or so. It seems like Nicki Minaj showing love to the POTUS has caught the attention of Vice President J.D. Vance. In fact, the Ohio native is even going out of his way to vocalize that he's essentially a member of the Barbs now. In a tweet last night, Vance stated that Nicki is better than her mortal enemy, Cardi B. Nicki over Cardi. The politician tweeted simply, according to Forbes, this mirrors a response to the FemC's now deleted tweet about Vance, as in Vance over Rants. She said, along with an image of horror movie icon Chucky, who she seems to be uh, wildly obsessed with. Fans of Nicki are absolutely loving this cosign, with some in utter shock that this is real. The year is 2025, and a would-be VP is debating Nicki versus Cardi with a Chucky meme. This timeline is wild, one user types. So you identify as a Barb? Is it official? Another half jokingly asks. But like we said earlier, it's not all that surprising to see this unfold, even if you want to question just how much Nicki Minaj music Vance knows. Okay, so here is the tweet, which his hasn't been deleted, but hers has been. And we also know that she was just speaking at the UN not too long ago about what's going on in Nigeria, about Christian and Muslim warfare, persecution, those different things, right? Furthermore, we get into another piece. Recently, Nicki Minaj took to Twitter Spaces to address some of the backlash she's received for her political takes. Nicki Minaj is one FemC who never hesitates to speak her mind, even if it means facing serious backlash. She did just this earlier this week when she took to Twitter X with a simple message: Trumps over chumps. Okay, so now we're seeing this whole thing with the greater than sign. Trumps over chumps, Vance over rants, and he says Nicki over Cardi. They say not all of the reactions were positive, however. Amid outrage from some of the Barbs, Nicki hopped on Twitter Spaces to clear a few things up. According to her, she doesn't care whether or not her fans support Donald Trump. Okay? So this is a quote from Nicki, where she says, "Let me make this very clear. I don't give a fuck," clearly. I love it when I see you guys out there still have a community within each other. As you've gone through your lives since I met you guys 15, 16, 17 years ago, you've made changes to your lives. And guess who wasn't there to decide? Pink Lady. Pink Lady ain't up in your business. Pink Lady loves you for you. Pink Lady doesn't tell you what to think. Pink Lady loves you in spite of what you think. Well, tell that to the nigga that you put on that motherfucking summer jam screen. The nigga that's suing your ass who used to be a fan. Seems to me you didn't love him despite of what he thought. But anyway, looks like they've captured audio here of her saying this.
Well, let me make this very clear. I don't give a fuck. Okay, now that you got that soundbite. But I love it when I see you guys out there still having community within each other. As you've gone through your life since I met you guys 15, 16, 17 years ago, you've made changes to your lives. And guess who wasn't there to decide? Pink Lady. Pink Lady ain't up in your business. Pink Lady loves you for you. Pink Lady doesn't tell you what to think. Pink Lady loves you in spite of what you think. Now, I want you to imagine yourself getting the fuck up off my phone. It's
What?
Barbie, bitch.
Why they gotta get up off your phone when you came down to speak to these motherfuckers? Anyway, so as you traverse through Nicki Minaj's Twitter for the last few days, you got this Donado Trumpo page posting this bullshit. And she says mood. Okay? So she's leaning into it. Her birthday was a couple days ago. Anyway, so we'll keep going. More Trump posts. She says carry on the Vance over the Gav Knots. The Gav Knots. Wow. Uh she says nothing brings me joy like the Vance memes and knowing he leaned into it like a boss. Top tier comedy. Character equals 100. But make no mistake, Vance is an assassin. Don't debate him on anything. Quick as a computer, maybe quicker. He's the best blend I've ever seen of us and them. Another Chucky meme. Okay? Fans saying being a barber is never boring. More Chucky. She then comes out and says the White House said don't draw another one. Not one more. Some people believe that she's laughing at SZA. All right? I don't know that to be true. I'm just saying what I've been seeing. Some people believe this is a joke aimed at SZA as in don't draw another face. Right? But who knows? This thing here says they held her accountable and it changed nothing. I'm screaming. Nicki Minaj laughing along with them. She now retweets Trump War Room. Okay? Just showing y'all the two sides of the coin. Now, what's really frustrating for me and disheartening at the very same time is that people warned everyone that this is what was gonna come. Voting for Trump, everyone knew what was on the way. And others that didn't know were warned what was on the way. Now, all of a sudden, people are trying to flip sides. People are scattering. People are trying to figure out their whereabouts. They're seeing prices going up, changes being made on taxes, all different type of shit. Niggas is squirming in they fucking seats, can't get no rest. But people were warned about what was on the precipice if we allowed this motherfucker back in office. And what did niggas do? Go out there and vote for him any fucking way because they got a few dollars his last time in office. You know, this isn't a political channel, but it's the fucking truth, all right? Be sure to let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I will catch y'all on the next one, all right? Much love and respect. Y'all be safe out there. Protect yourselves at all times. Love on your family. And, yeah, I'll see y'all in a minute.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'll never politic and the drama be piling on. Father and great son acknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5-6 bank accounts every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy calls, consulting for the stacks I